Restore. Cleanse. Believe.
Although our elder has died, the villagers survived to fight another day.
The dragons are a threat to everyone, Ichnew. I'm glad your village has joined the fight against them.
The sun god looks down on this world. He watches us. We will not fail.
Forgel told me what happened, Crusader. I'm proud that you saved so many innocents. You've shown the strength of your resolve. I'm promoting you to War Master. Effective immediately.
Thank you, General. It's my honor to serve the Vigil.
I wish I could give you a proper ceremony before you go back in the field, but we have a critical issue at hand. People in Lion's Arch are disappearing without explanation. I need you both to look into it.
With all due respect, General, isn't that a job for the Lion Guard?
Ordinarily, yes. But some of the missing people are Lion Guard. Worse, we've lost contact with one of our Vigil tacticians stationed there.
That makes it our problem. Understood, ma'am. What areas should we survey, and what should we be looking for?
I recommend you start with the sewers. That's where those Lion Guard were last seen.
I've seen plenty. But you're the finest War Master I've had the honor to serve with. Oh, hell, don't get all teary-eyed on me now.
These sewers are dangerous. All sorts of monsters could wash in from the sea. Stick together. Be ready for anything. This path leads back outside. We should go the other direction. Time for some fun. Those rats are running from something.
That shit's good. Stand your ground. Restore. Cleanse. Believe. Oh, that has its burn. That shit. Armored up.
These Lion Guard died fighting. Whatever killed them was powerful. The grate below is broken. We should check through there.
Urge to kill rising. There's one to remember me by. That feels good. Retreat! Stand your ground. Refreshing.
Anyone else?
That feels good.
You see something up ahead. Something moving.
Go ahead. Too strong. Retreat! Stand your ground. That feels good.
like an alehouse on free curry night.
What in the name of the mist was that thing?
I've only seen such a creature once before, at Port Stalwart, just before the Orion Dragon destroyed the town, years ago. It's a special kind of scout for Zaitan. If that creature's here, then there's an undead army advancing on Lion's Arch.
Wait, are you sure about that, Forgel?
Dead sure. We don't have time to go back and report to Almora, or even send for Vigil backup. I'll head for Claw Island to warn the Lion Guard. Meet me there as soon as you can.
What's on Claw Island?
The Claw Island fortress stands in the harbor of Lion's Arch. It's the last defense against invasion from the sea. If Zaitan's going to attack the city, its minions will have to fight their way past the fort.
My father died in battle, as did his father. I've always assumed... enough of my jawing. We've got work to do.
Carry on. What's wrong with it? It's grander than ever.
Shipping out soon?
Maybe you could show me some moves.
You can never have too much treasure. Respite. Recover. Return.
I greet you like the sun greets the morning.
Carry on. Isn't it obvious? Yeah. Oh, have you heard of the sightings of
Playing Guild Wars 2. Wow. Look at me. I'm a fuzzy carrier.
The creature we found hadn't been in Lion's Arch long. We may still have time. We have to find the Watch Commander and convince him to ready the defenses.
I smell something odd. Do you smell it?
Smell? No. The back of my neck keeps itching.
Is that Traherne up there talking to Commander Talon? What do you think he wants?
Traherne, the necromancer? Comes through here every few months on his way to Ore. That guy creeps me out.
I've researched the situation extensively. The Orions will strike here, on Claw Island.
You say something.
Thank you for meeting with us, Watch Commander Talon. We have grave news. One of Zaitan's minions breached the city. We destroyed it, but the creature was likely scouting for a much bigger force. An attack is imminent.
A what? That's extremely unlikely. We've seen no sign of an impending attack. If there was to be one, we'd know of it.
Is that you, Forgel? Well met, old man. Are you still fighting for the Vigil?
Traherne! Ah, by Snow Leopard's shadow, you're a sight for sore eyes. With you on our side, we've got a fighting chance. I want you to meet my partner, one of the bravest war masters in my order. My friend, this is Traherne, one of the Silvari Firstborn. He's Tyria's foremost scholar on Zaitan and Ore. I've been trying to recruit him for years.
Commander Talon, I can confirm their information. Zaitan's servants are indeed approaching. A fleet of dead ships has launched from the Straits of Devastation. The Risen sail beneath a cloak of stealth.
Whatever you've seen, it can't be a real threat. Claw Island can withstand any assault. Speak with my commanders, Brack and Mira. Once you review our defenses, you'll realize there's nothing to fear.
Traherne, you bookworm. Tell me you've got some information on how to stop this attack.
Sadly, no. I'm only here to give the Lion Guard a warning, much like you and your friend.
But at least you've come out from behind your scrolls and scribbles. That's a start. We need your common sense, lad. I'm glad you're here.
I've heard the rumors.
Be on alert.
Undead coming
The
in under
Orions are
stealth.
planning a major attack against Claw Island.
Tell the Watch Commander Talon that the gunnery emplacements are ready. The fortress here on Claw Island houses more 24-pounders than a ship of the line. We'll be ready to fight the Orions. Don't doubt that. Check on Deputy Mira. She's in charge of the beach patrols.
The Lion Guard don't understand. This won't be a sortie. It'll be a massacre.
Welcome to Beach Patrol, the most dangerous duty on Claw Island.
Deputy, a massive attack is on its way from Ore. You must prepare your troops.
If we fall, our last order is to light those 3 signal towers. We have to warn Lion's Arch if the fortress is lost. In 100 years, they've never once been lit. We're very proud of that.
Deputy Mira, sound the alarm. There are undead on the beach.
If an invasion's really coming, we'll need everyone on the island to hold the line.
They're testing your defenses. More will come, and soon.
Makes sense. Report to Watch Commander Talon, and tell the men to be ready.
I have studied Orion creatures for 25 years, but I rarely engage in combat with them. Do you think the commander will listen to us? All my life, I have been drawn to Ore. My wild hunt is to heal the land. Even with all my research, we still know so little about defeating them.
others. Is that all they brought?
There will be more, much more. Keep watching the sea.
You're a scholar, not a general, firstborn. Why should we trust you?
The fortress is under attack. Ready on the wall. Hostiles incoming.
Catapulting abominations onto the western wall! Repel the invaders!
Stand your ground.
That fits good. Eat my dust!
Stand your ground. Go ahead. Hit me.
This one, kill.
Kill rising. Stand your ground. Refreshing.
That feels good.
Mira, how stand the beaches?
Fallen, sir. And a lot of good soldiers with them. We have to light the watchtowers.
Let lion shots think we've lost? No, Mira, not yet. Claw Island's withstood much worse. Get on a trebuchet. The dead ship in the harbor holds their reinforcements. Sink it!
Medic! We need a medic over here. Commander Talon, hold on. You'll be all right.
Quiet, Mira. Soldiers don't need lies. Retreat to the city. Tell the Commodore. We did all we could.
By your will, Commander. I swear to you, this isn't over.
Mira, the island is overwhelmed. We have to evacuate the Lion Guard and ignite the watchtowers to warn the city.
No. You'll never make it to the beacon with these risen monstrosities chasing you. We'll have to fight our way back. The Lion Guard will make a stand in the courtyard while you go for the tower. God's willing, the Risen will be too busy fighting us to stop you.
Your bravery is commendable, Deputy Mira, but your soldiers cannot survive a protracted battle against this many undead.
It's the duty of every Lion Guard to lay down our lives to protect our city. If that's what it takes, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll rally in the courtyard. You light the warning beacons. Now go! Everyone, fall back to the courtyard. Rally to me for one last stand.
Ready to kill rising.
Dragon servants will never let our ship sail. If they surround the docks, they'll slaughter us, and Zaitan's forces will grow.
Our soldiers are too injured to fight. They can barely walk. We can't form a defense and still get them all aboard.
A heroic but nearly impossible task against great odds and an unrelenting enemy. Now this, my friend, is a death worthy of legend. Get the wounded to safety. Warn Lion's Arch. One day, you'll come back and retake this island. Of that, I have no doubt.
Vorgel, you can't hold them off alone.
I lost my mate and children to the dragons. I thought my legend was buried with them, that I had no one to walk in my footsteps and tell my tale. Now, that's changed, my friend. Thank you for being my legacy. Tell my tale at the Hearthfires, where the skalds sing of heroes. Go. I will not fail.
You may win the battle, dragon, but you will never defeat our spirit. I am Forgel, son of Kern. My father
was the last Doliac shaman. I am a war master of the Vigil. You will never make me kneel.
Mira is in bad shape. You'll have to cut a path for us. Lion Guard, follow me.
That feels good. Hurry, to the ship. This sacrifice shall not be in vain.
Kill rising.
This one, kill.
Go ahead. Stand your ground. Refreshing. Eat my dust.
Destroy. Son of Kern.
I feel good about how the council has been spending our money.
Why is that? The city looks beautiful.
What are you two gossiping about?
I'm just saying, the lavish waterfront may not be the best use of our reconstruction funds.
After everything Lion's Arch has been through, I think a makeover is just what we need.
You realize that this is the safest city in Tyria now, right?
That's the kind of attitude that'll get you killed.
Scouts are reporting undead just off the coast. It's a small force, but substantial enough for concern.
Zaitan's overconfident, assuming Claw Island was the only thing standing between its army and Lion's Arch.
Then it's our job to show the dragon how wrong it was. At ease, War Master. I heard what happened at Claw Island. The Lion Guard? No. The whole city owes you a debt of honor.
I just did my duty, ma'am. Forgel was the brave one. He gave his life to save us.
He will be remembered as one of the Vigil's great heroes, and he will be dearly missed.
Forgel's sacrifice held them back, but it was your bravery that led us to safety, my friend. I am grateful to you. If I can aid in this defense, War Master, I'm at your service.
You took out enough of Zaitan's forces to stop the imminent attack on Lion's Arch, but the dragon won't pause for long. There are reports of undead landing up and down the coast, likely an attempt to soften the city's perimeter. We need to organize the Vigil's forces and defend the beach. Come, let's review the troops.
Kill rising.
Choice. Freedom. Liberation. Respite. Recover. Return.
Crusaders! Forces of the Elder Dragon Zaitan stand on the very threshold of Lion's Arch. If Lion's Arch falls, the nations of Tyria will not be far behind. Fight for your homes. Fight for your families. This is what we've trained for. This is what we've bled for. This is what we will die to defend. We will hold this ground. We are the Vigil.
You can't do this alone. I'll stand with you.
To kill rising.
Well done, soldiers. That should thin out the undead and take pressure off Lion's Arch for a while longer.
The vigil bought us time, but not advantage. The undead don't get weary, and they have an almost unending supply of troops. We must retake Claw Island and drive Zaitan from these shores. General Soulkeeper, there are many brave souls throughout Tyria who may be willing to lend a hand, if the vigil reached out to them.
True. A few come to mind. A Norn called Fibar has been making his name in the tournaments. Fights like a rabid drake. I also know two fine Char soldiers that I've been trying to recruit for years. Snarl and Galena. They'd be a tremendous help.
Those sound promising. I could go, ma'am, and speak on behalf of the Order.
Good initiative. Pick one or the other, and do your best to bring them aboard. Meanwhile, I'll return to Vigil Keep and rally our crusaders there.
Whatever you decide, I'm going with you. You need the help, and I owe it to Forgel. What's on your mind? The pale tree guides you.
What's this sculpture supposed to be?
Has he been to the market in the Western Woods? There were some shady merchants there. Seems you had a little... Have a nice day.
I don't... It's a stingray.
came when I heard they were hiring for the Lion Guard. It's a great opportunity.
Me too. I'd be slinging fish if it weren't for the jobs here.
What's this sculpture supposed to be?
Isn't it obvious? The lights are eyes.
Quit pulling my tail.
The eyes. Tilt your head a little.
Welcome back to St Mary's. Southampton, they're desperate, of course, at the wrong end of the table. Spurs are desperate in fighting for the top four. Right now, they're looking pretty good, but they need 3 points today.
Well, since Southampton were promoted 6 years ago, Spurs are unbeaten here at St Mary's. But they only drew 1-1 here last season when Harry Kane equalised after a Davinson Sanchez own goal. Saints' last home win over Spurs was some 14 years ago when Shane Long's among the subs, still looking for his 50th career Premier League goal. He scored only one this season. Well, there's Dele Alli, who has a formidable record against Tottenham. Huge boost for them to have him back.
Great boost, and just at the right time, what I called a vital...
Two sides here for whom every point is fighting it out for just 2 places. Up to Kane, return to Danny Rose again. Nice bit of football there down. Dele Alli, Southampton get it away, and Charlie Austin looking to put the pressure on here. Flicked on by Alli, and Harry Kane's in. Certainly didn't wait for a second. An invitation to have a crack at goal.
Well, should have hit the target there, Harry Kane. That has set up beautifully for him. Normally a great volleyer of the ball. Yoshida jumped out the line here. Look at that, he jumps out the line.
Working for his 200th goal. Eriksson has got it through to Kane, who juggled it inadvertently with his shoulder before letting fly.
It was like one of those ball jugglers, wasn't it? Rolled up his back, then forwards. But again, just took it a little bit too early, I think, Harry Kane. The back three's all over the place for Saints so far. 3-4
by Dyer.
Oh, look at the pace there, Lucas Moura. Vestergaard gets lucky.
Ward-Prowse's ball in. Lucas Moura again. Lovely quick feet.
Could go over.
Eriksson's ball in. That was Spurs fans singing "We're Going Home." Eriksson, lovely flick to Dele Alli. He's got it through to Harry Kane. Oh, great save. Alli, wide. Well, it would have been a great goal. The flag was up in the end, but they just passed their way through Southampton with to Valerie, scorer of that magnificent strike at Old Trafford. In by Eriksson. Yoshida's header. Danny Rose trying to keep it alive. Lucas Moura.
Oh, he got dragged down, I think.
Oh, Vestergaard rather committed himself there. Kane's ball in.
He was trying to whip that in. I don't think he was going for the shot there, Harry Kane, but totally committed. I think you said that, Gary. Just lovely little tackle for himself there, Harry Kane. Kept the
pace on the counter. Nathan Redmond. Good tackle there. Harry Kane will chase this down. The pace of Bednarek goes. Danny Rose. Kane. Dyer. Tongan or in the middle. Harry Kane took it well. Teeing up Walker Peters.
Going himself.
Kane. Lucas Moura's there. It's off the post. Would have been an own goal. And Saints survive. Well, they gave the ball away. Harry Kane profited. And now they've got a free kick, Spurs, for that challenge on. Great position for Eriksson. And it smacks off the crossbar. And Spurs have hit the frame of the goal twice in a couple of minutes.
Yep, post and bar. Eriksson, good curling free kick. Keeper's beaten.
Bertrand. He's played it in low. Charlie Austin swivels and... Oh, Spurs have given it away. Ward-Prowse wins Dele Alli and returns it to Kane and strikes it home to give Spurs the lead. His 200th goal for club and country, and he took it with typical coolness and precision. Spurs deservedly lead.
Well, it's exactly what I said. The back three are having an awful time. About 5-10 minutes ago, Spurs said, right, let's put the three up against them. Therefore, you need someone to come back, a wing back or someone in front in the midfield. But immediately the ball broke, they were in trouble. Starting it.
It's in by Bertrand. Running it.
That's when he should have driven at him, Redmond. Done well.
Southampton. Dele Alli with Danny Rose on the left. Ali goes for it. And it's tipped over by Angus Gunn.
Well, they're giving him all kinds of problems. Lucas Moura again. Vestergaard gets too tight and he's away and no catching him. Eventually it's set up for Dele Alli. Got Danny Rose.
Eriksson short to Lucas Moura. How easy was that? Well, they... For Spurs, Eriksson looking for Jan Vertonghen. Run of fixtures, haven't they? Saints. Harry Kane looking to get in there again.
Defenders, good pace, good drive. Kane goes beyond the near.
Christian Eriksen again with the corner. Rose. Bertrand's header straight to Vertonghen.
Slightly.
Next season, however, Remain. There's one for Bertrand to chase, and Lloris has to come outside his area. To Dele Alli. And Lucas Moura was the target of that. Angus
up the extra centre-back, but when out of possession, he becomes the...
Sissoko on the outside. Dele Alli's held onto it. And it was probably picks up the loose ball. After Vestergaard headed it away. Still Kane. Oh, just behind them.
Yeah, coming up to the break, Gary, that's what they'll be thinking. Look, and all through a tight back four. Try and cut those spaces, and there's a block off that.
At only 1-0. Eriksson. Well, he got some force behind that.
Well, it was straight at Gunn, but it was moving all over the place. That's why he couldn't risk catching it. He makes a good...
Eriksson takes... Dyer trying to help it on. Half-time whistle now. Dele Alli looking for Lucas Moura, just too much. In by Bertrand. Header away again by Tav. There it is. So Southampton behind at half-time, but they'll be very much relieved. It's only 1-0. Dele Alli finding Harry Kane for the only goal of the half. Well, Southampton have conceded.
Front for Charlie Austin.
Josh Sims straight into it. And well, they're certainly looking to get on the front foot here, Southampton. Bertrand's deflected cross, hooked away. Excellent bit of play. Shane Long. Oh, he mistimed that header. Oh, Josh Sims could not have done any more there.
Well, good start for Sims. Not sure about the header from Shane Long.
And it's 3-on-3 again for Spurs. Harry Kane looking to get in.
Be an hour to do him, and then they'll change him. But good little ball still, the outside of the foot.
To Spurs. Outswinger from Rose.
Shane. Near power on that header. That was a good chance for him up the other end.
Just desperate for Redmond against Sanchez. He squeezed it through to Sims. No one able to apply. Oh, not a bad ball in, but Kane. Brilliant run. Oh, and so nearly the finishing touch. It's a corner, but he just took them on single-handedly there.
Well, Bednarek gives him a chance. It's a little nutmeg on the far side from Harry Kane.
Eriksson. Vertonghen. Højbjerg. Vestergaard. Dele Alli has managed to squirm through. Harry Kane. Oh, hasn't arrived yet. Sissoko. Shane Long. And he's looking for Redmond. Can he finish it here? Redmond side netting. Well, that is as good an attack as we've seen from Southampton with 55 gone.
Well played, Sims, the young man. He's brightened it up. Really has. Great ball to Shane Long. And here in return, it's a lovely ball into the path.
And now Christian Eriksen. Lucas Moura. Well, he did a Tottenham. It is Ward-Prowse. Dele Alli has to head that behind, which will give Saints their first corner.
Oh, it's a great ball.
An hour gone. First corner for Saints. Sanchez trying to hold on to it. It's Højbjerg. Well, he was almost punished there. Davinson Sanchez. Højbjerg puts it over.
Well, Sanchez got
Kane. Eriksson. Straight at gun.
Yeah, tried that dipping one, just dipped in front of gun. Good collection again, good.
Armstrong running in behind. Oh, must be a huge chance, it's in! It's been scooped home again by Valerie, who last week scored his first professional goal, and 7 days later, he's done it again. Not in quite such spectacular. 10 minutes to play. Here comes Ward-Prowse. Oh, it's fantastic! Another moment of genius from James Ward-Prowse to give Southampton the lead.
Wow, fantastic free kick from a fantastic striker of a football. There's no one better than this kid in the Premier League. He really does strike a beautiful dead ball. We called it, Gary, yard and a half outside the D. He was composing himself. It was a perfect distance to get it up.
AFTV, we're down here at the Emirates. It's time to preview the big one. And you know what? You know what I like about this game? It feels like the original big Arsenal-Manchester United game. It really does. Because there's a lot on this game on Sunday. Arsenal versus Manchester United. A real genuine battle to get into that top four. Manchester United, a couple of points in front at the moment. Arsenal, if we win the game, we were looking at these couple of games, Tottenham and Manchester United. A lot of Arsenal fans say if we can get 4 points from those two games, that'd be, you know, a great push forward to that top four. But circumstances have kind of changed since last weekend. Yeah. Arsenal, even though they lost the North London derby, a lot of people thought great point.
Drew.
Sorry, drew. It felt like a loss. That's why I keep saying loss, you know, because it felt like a loss. But even though we drew it, a lot of people were saying, you know, all right, decent result. Tottenham's not an easy place to go to. You guys got a victory last week over Southampton, so it was looking very stable there. But it's what happened during the week. You guys going to PSG, pulling off that miracle win, you know, over PSG, and then Arsenal going to France and losing to Rennes, in which a very poor performance in the end, losing 3-1. I'm going to go to Flex first of all from United Stand, Man United channel. How are you feeling ahead of North? I keep saying it's North London. I've got it on my head. I can't get it out of my head, man. I am. How are you feeling?
It's good to know that you're still so hard. That makes me feel so happy.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling ahead of this big clash this weekend?
Every Man United fan right now is just on cloud nine, man. Seriously. Me with a lot of other United fans almost gave us no hope. And there was a few fans that I did speak to straight after that PSG game at home, and they were like, Flex, we're going to go through. People laughing at them in the comments. They're deluded. our club's done it before and we did it again. But look, we move on from that though. That's it. The games keep coming thick and fast. We're massively confident coming into this game. Obviously, we're unbeaten in the league under Ollie. Only dropped 4 points. There's no other manager.
Big away. Been winning games away from home.
8
for
on
fun
the bounce now. So I think we're going for 10 away on the bounce now, which is, we set the record with 9. It's just fantastic. What I will say is this though. You saw with PSG how confident they were going into it and stuff like that. If you're too complacent going into any game, even if it's Arsenal and yeah, banter FC, we all have a laugh on that as Man United fans, Jesse Lingard Stadium, all that, which is all true and it's funny. But the application's got to be there. We can't take this because realistically, we're fighting for this 4th spot. We all are. We're trying to get this 4/3. And if we come here and lose and the wheels come off, then all the hard work goes out the window. So it's a crucial game for us. I'm confident we're going to win. I don't think there'll be any complacency from the fans. From the players. As fans, we can get carried away and say, hey, Arsenal, easy game. Look, last time Lingard was doing the moonwalk. And that's all great, and it's true. And that's why we should be confident, but we shouldn't be complacent. And the players certainly won't. Ollie, the way he's got these guys drilled, I'm confident going to the game, man.
He's going into it with extreme confidence. After that result against Rennes, where Arsenal, embarrassed really, to come away from a team like Rennes, losing 3-1. Real shock result of the night in the Europa League. Complete opposite to their result.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
And you see what he's like at the moment.
No,
that's every Man United fan right now. Encapsulated, right?
Yeah. It's cold and
I mean,
flu FC indigestion. Sorry. Carry on, sorry. Don't mind me.
Can we wipe the smile off his face on Sunday?
We can do. I think that might work in our favour. Hopefully they're coming here with too much confidence. Maybe that result is the kick up the backside we need. When we lost to Barté, that was the kick up the backside we needed to put in the performances after that, like Spurs. I'm also going based on our home record. Out of a possible 45 points this season, we've picked up 38. We've only lost to Man City. We've drew to Liverpool and Wolves, and those are the only points we've dropped. So home form, very, very good. So given that, I'm quietly confident, and I hope that Manchester United come here with that arrogance and with that sense of easiness about it, because if they do, they're in for a shock. Because I hope the players, Arsenal especially, they wake up from what was a dreadful performance in France.
You been too arrogant?
The players won't. I think as fans, we've almost got the roller coaster that we've been with Ollie. You can't just come down from that and act like nothing's happened. You're going to be happy. You're going to be confident going into every game. I think it's 8 or 9 on the bounce now, away from home. Fantastic. It's actually been Old Trafford that's we've been a bit shaky, which is quite weird. So away from home, we've actually played better. I just think we've got every reason to believe we can win this game. I don't think we're being too complacent. Some are. I'm certainly not, because as much as I hate to agree with this guy, he is right in terms of the facts of the facts. You haven't lost. You've only lost 1 game here. This is your fortress in the Premier League. But I'm still confident we're gonna win, or certainly not lose. Certainly not lose. But yeah, we can't be complacent, and the players certainly won't be. That's what I will say. The players, with how Ollie's got these guys drilled, and it's confidence, but the confidence has come from a very deep place. We've had to come back in games. We've had to come back when we've been completely written off. We've had to. So the players are on board. They won't be coming here thinking, "Oh, last time we come here, Jesse was dancing. It was a laugh." Not a chance. These players are going to be on it. And after what happened out in Paris, I just feel that they're just. I can't see them turning in a bad performance. So Arsenal are going to have to be at their absolute best. No lapses of concentration. No someone going off injured, so it went to shit. No lapses. They're going to have to be 100%, and they're going to need us to have be a little bit off as well, because we're so confident.
No Torreira in that game as well. It's going to be a big miss. Got sent off last week. As a matter of fact, red cards have been costing us recently.
Yeah.
Going to have to be really, really disciplined in that game, like he said. Can we be? That's been the Achilles heel of this team, isn't it? Keeping clean sheets.
Well, you say, can we be disciplined? We were against Spurs. Should we have conceded a penalty? No, because it was offside. Yes, Mustafi was a clown and he should never have pushed him, but it should have been offside. Apart from that, that is the most disciplined I've seen us in a very, very long time.
Do you think we deployed a similar tactics, though?
I think we will. I think we will.
At home?
Yeah, but I feel we'll have more of the ball. But at the same time, we know how Manchester United play under Solskjaer. Or we say Solskjaer, let's be honest, it's Sir Alex Ferguson running the team. It is.
And it's still Wenger running it here. That's why it's still shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're so poor, you're only just ahead of us. And remember, a victory. Remember,
with minus goal difference, mate.
Yeah, that's fine. we gave you a £500,000. What is it? £500 million budget to get ahead of us. So look, at the end of the day, listen. At the end of the day, right? I'd rather be in our position than Man United's position because I'll tell you why as well, right? Because they're relying on their neighbours, Man City, to stop their other rivals winning the title. That's like us asking Tottenham to win the league so Man United don't. Come on now. I know where I'd rather be, sorry. At the end of the day, the way I'm looking at this game is that the players don't need no extra motivation. This is Arsenal-Manchester United. It's possibly one of the biggest fixtures in the league, historically. It's got that spice to it again. As a fan's point of view, it's got that spice because we've got to now put up with dickheads like this.
Can you ask slander, actually? All right, so can you apologise?
No, it's fine. My manager's over there. Go and see him and he'll get you in touch with my solicitor. All right? And, but look.
Scores, give us a prediction.
We're going to win. What are you laughing at over there? I'll throw you off the bridge. Honestly.
You won't do that. I got you, bruv. You ain't throwing you nowhere. Don't worry about it.
Poor guy, you can't say that. You can't say you're going to throw him off the bridge.
You ain't coming to our home.
Come here, mate. Come here.
You ain't coming to our home.
Come here. I apologise to the guy.
No, you ain't coming to our home. I'm laughing. I'm throwing you off that.
He's not really going to throw you off the bridge.
That's just his little dance floor.
Get over there. Get over there. Get over there, Ali G. Move over there. Not having none of that. We're not having you coming over here. Role reversals, 3-1.
Flex.
2-1 United. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think it will be maybe as open as the last one because before them injuries, Arsenal, I'm not going to say they were on top and peppering us, but they did start well.
We were dominating the game.
Yeah, you started well, but I'm confident in my team, man. I think we're going to come here and win. And if not win, then I don't think we're going to lose.
Okay, well, listen.
2-1.
Don't forget to check out all the videos over the channel. A massive weekend of football. Massive game, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Don't forget to check out United Stand with Flex and that. They're going to be doing interviews as well with Man United fans. It should be an incredible, incredible game. And we'll get these guys' opinions afterwards as well. But looking forward to it. Sunday, 4:30 kickoff UK time, Arsenal versus Man United. The big fixture is back.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Manchester United this Sunday, one of the biggest fixtures in the Premier League. Now,
guys, welcome to the Football Terrace. We are here at the Emirates, the big game this weekend, Arsenal versus Manchester United. It's a battle for fourth place, a battle for top four, if you class that. Chelsea and Tottenham are also in the race. I'm here with, of course, Ramon, Terry, Adam, Chris, and Claude. Guys, how we doing?
Not too bad. Yeah, good. We're good, man. We're good.
Buzzing. Yeah, you're buzzing?
Still on cloud nine. Yeah.
Yeah, as you said, both of us played French teams midweek. Man United against PSG. Two different results. Opposite results, you might say.
Both were 3-1.
We're here the Emirates. I'm going to start with the home team, the Arsenal fans. Ramon?
Yes.
Based on the midweek results, last weekend's results, obviously a derby against Tottenham, how do you see this game panning out on Sunday?
Well, I mean, I'm basing it on the Premier League because this is the Premier League competition. Yeah, the midweek games are midweek games, different competition, different teams, different strategies. So coming in this full of confidence, to be honest. You know, we need a reaction.
Really, Ramon? Yeah. Full of confidence?
Yeah, full of confidence. We need a reaction. This is Arsenal versus Man United. This is a squad where, you know, we've had a couple of bad results, whatever. The Tottenham game played really, really well. Dominated the game, I felt. And, you know, people didn't expect us to do anything there. People didn't expect us to do anything against Liverpool. People didn't expect us to do anything against Chelsea at the Emirates. But listen, when we come here, back at home, we do things here, man. So I'm confident.
I mean, he says home. He says home.
Can I just say, you're about as convincing as R. Kelly's interview. Good try, though. Good try.
He convinced me, though.
What I would say about that, though, is that Arsenal's home form in the Premier League this year is only bettered by Manchester City. So, look, I'm confident that Man United can come here and get a result, especially after the heroic comeback in midweek against Paris Saint-Germain. But what I would implore the Man United team and fans to do that come here and sing their hearts out on Sunday afternoon is to not be complacent and act as if it's going to be a walk in the park, just because the last couple of games here were relatively easy in terms of the scoreline. If you come in with that complacency, Arsenal do have the quality to beat you. But that being said, this is been an amazing hunting ground for Man United over the last 10 years or so, and with Ollie at the wheel, the feel-good factor at the club, a fresh Paul Pogba as well in midfield. These guys, you can tell, the club, the fans, they are fearful. They are fearful of what this new Manchester United team under Ollie can
do. Adam, are you fearful of this Manchester United team? Are you fearful of the guy you've derided, Romelu Lukaku, who's on scintillating form, 6 goals in his last 3 games? No, Claude. Manchester United fans. No. Manchester United fans. Man United fans have derided.
You were absolutely slaughtering him. Yes. Oh, what is it? What are we doing with him on the pitch? Why he can't do nothing, can't do this. All the names under the sun you were calling him.
Listen, I'm not going to disagree. Man United fans have, but I think Timberlands, jeans, all of that, donkey. But I, for one, and everyone here can attest, I, for one, have backed Romelu Lukaku. You do remember it.
You want to drop him, no?
What? So I can't drop anyone who's not on form? Wait. So no one can get dropped? No one can get dropped?
I'm just telling you.
No one can get dropped?
You wanted him dropped. You said, why is he playing? He needs to be dropped.
And he did need to be dropped. The man was overweight. He was off form. And what's he done since then? He's lost weight and he's on form. So but the point is whether or not he's good enough for Manchester United. And I'm saying we've had 10 injuries. Rashford obviously had a knock after the Liverpool game. Martial's been out, Lingard, etc. And this man has stepped up for Manchester United in a big game, even though you like to call him Ramon, small game Romelu. So I'm asking Adam, are you afraid of this Manchester United team?
First of all, I just want to clarify, I've never once said that I don't rate or like Lukaku. I like him, I respect him. I'm not fearful of him though. I'm not even fearful of Manchester United under Ollie, as you guys have said. You guys are gassing. And you're really trying to build up this hype and this 1999 team, like, what is it, class of 92. You're trying to build up that whole narrative and all that rubbish. I get it. On the balance of play or the balance of form, it looks likely that we'll lose this game. Do you understand? But as you said, home form for Arsenal has been better than away form, and it's a big game as well. And we've been really good in the big game. So I think anything can happen here.
On the hype, the thing with the hype thing is, though, is this. This is a straight fact. If Man United beat Arsenal on Sunday, if they beat them, and it'll be a tough game, but if they do, it'll be the first time since the 80s that we've beaten Arsenal 3 games on the bounce away from home. In terms of the away run of form, it's already a club record of 9 wins away from home on the bounce. If we do beat Arsenal again this weekend, it'll be the best away form, running away form that Man United have had since the early 90s. So this talk about hype, Man United fans getting overexcited, they're not. We're literally breaking club records that have stood for decades and decades, and some in the entire history of the club. this team is absolutely on fire at the moment. No, when you say gas, bruv.
But why not? But why can't we? Well, that's what I'm saying, Chris. Is it a case of being gassed, or is it just being happy that things ain't as bad as it was 2-3 months ago?
Boy, all I can compare it to is like when you've had like a dead girl and then you just get a new girl and she just comes and brightens up your day. That's the sort of gas level I'm talking about. We have every right to be gassed. If you saw how we were under Mourinho, yeah, we were terrible. We were atrocious. Atrocious. And I'm not going to lie. No, it's partly down to the players, but it's down to the tactics as well. It's down to the tactics as well, because certain things don't fit. Like Mourinho, I'm not going to slay him.
You didn't. Well, those tactics didn't go wrong for you the other night, did they? When you're calling it heroic, if that was Mourinho, right, you wouldn't be praising him so much, would you?
He wouldn't have used those tactics. He wouldn't have used those tactics. Nah. He would not have used those tactics. He wouldn't.
Possession and still winning the game 3-1. Are you joking?
He wouldn't have used those tactics. He wouldn't have used those tactics at all.
But it's different. Nah. The difference is that Jose Mourinho was using them tactics at home against Burnley and Brighton. Exactly. It's okay to adopt those tactics when you're away playing in Paris against PSG, one of the favourites we will add to win the Champions League at that moment in time. Doing it this Sunday away at the Emirates.
PSG play better without them.
Doing it doesn't matter we're missing in players. We had 10 first team players that missing as well, so it's irrelevant. You know, it equals itself out massively. Coming here at the weekend is going to be a tough game. We will probably afford you most of the ball, and no Man United fan has got an issue with doing that when you're away against the bigger and the great footballing sides. Nobody worries about that.
You better let us have possession. 1 minute we're bigger, and the next minute we're the banter club. No.
Exactly.
No. I'm not having it.
All right, cool, go on.
I know. At least you won't have VAR on Sunday anyway. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't. Don't get me on that.
Because obviously you mentioned the tactics, but I'll give an example of where we played these tactics under Mourinho and everyone was happy. We went away to Juventus, and again we gave them the ball, and we tried to play on the counter. Both our goals came from set pieces, but every Man United fan understood why we played like that and was happy with the result. So it's not a case of if it was under Jose, or when it was under Jose we weren't happy. It was about the situation, as Terry said. Brighton, Burnley, Huddersfield, those games you're supposed to be dominating. Under Solskjaer, we're going on the front foot. When we come against a better footballing side, as PSG and Juventus are.
Players like Pogba, even if you don't like what you're doing, even if you don't like what the manager's doing, right? We're going on about the Chelsea goalkeeper disrespecting the manager, yeah? Right? Weren't the players disrespecting Jose?
Well, let me ask you a question. What did Pogba do that you're saying?
Down in tools. Look, well, he didn't exactly.
I know a man that can explain that.
Come on.
What is down in tools? Explain to me exactly what.
Okay, so look, in terms of down in tools, do I think that players like Paul Pogba and the like were giving their absolute 100% best when Jose Mourinho was the manager? No, and I criticise them for that. It doesn't make that just because he's playing at a level that makes him one of the best players in the world in terms of form right now, Paul Pogba, doesn't mean I forgive anything that I would consider poor behaviour during that time. But like I said back then, you wipe your mouths, you move on, it's a new manager. If he starts doing it again with Ollie, and then maybe again in another 2 years with another manager, then maybe when you look at Chelsea as an example that have done it 3, 4, 5 managers on the bounce, and in the last 10 years, it becomes more of a pattern. What we have to put this down to is maybe, just maybe, it was a Jose and Paul Pogba thing, a Jose and his players thing, and hopefully it's not become sort of intrinsic and deep-rooted within the culture of our football club. But we won't know until later on.
What I'm saying, don't you think if the players did abide and didn't down tools, they would have got better results?
1 second, wait. I want to say, remember, Jose was here for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. It wasn't always like this. At one point, when we won the Europa League, that relationship between Pogba and Mourinho was brilliant on and off the pitch. When we finished second, and no, one second. The point is, I'm saying they had a very good relationship. Pogba down in tools. It was not a simple case of, oh, I don't like the tactics, therefore I'm not going to play. His relationship with Jose Mourinho, both off the field specifically, his relationship with Jose Mourinho broke down. But Jose Mourinho, you said, what did I say before that?
What did you say before that? It wasn't him not liking the tactics.
I said him not playing wasn't to do with him not liking the tactics, because we played those tactics for 2.5 years. That wasn't the issue. His relationship with Jose Mourinho broke down. So down in tools because we're not playing the right way. I'm not buying that. Him and Jose Mourinho fell out, and it affected both Mourinho's performance as a manager and Pogba's performance as a player.
The question I would ask is this: whether the players down tools, whether they didn't, whether it's whatever happened, we're talking about this game this Sunday. You are dealing with this Man United team that are the most informed team in the Premier League, most goals, less conceded, most amount of points since Ollie's taken over. I get that you're going to be up for the game. You're not going to be quaking in your boots, but this is a different Man United now. So everything that went on before, we can throw out those narratives. We can throw out, but the players are bad eggs at heart. Great. That isn't going to stop Pogba and co ripping you apart on Sunday.
It's irrelevant. Very, very, very true. Very true.
What are you going to do when Ollie starts flopping next season? What are you going to do? Hold on. Let me just finish.
The honeymoon's over. That's what
it's coming. The honeymoon is going to be over at some point. Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis, who's the other? Alan Pardew. They have this bounce back ability. They get their teams to play well over a certain period of games. Your players are better. Maybe you can argue that's why it's lasted longer. Next season, what are you going to do?
What I want to say, because listen,
next season?
the point, what I'm going to say is people are expecting that once he gets given the job, like Di Matteo was, they're expecting that it's going to go down the pan. The reality is, we don't know. You hope it doesn't work out, of course. Wait, no, I hope it does work out. Why are we if, but, and maybe what may happen in 3-6 months? Let's deal with 6 months, 3-6 months. Why are we doing? I want to talk about what's going to happen on Sunday.
I understand where you're coming from, but you're asking us to answer a theoretical question without all the variables. It depends how it goes wrong. Is it because Ollie gets his tactics wrong? Is it because he falls out with the players and does something like what Jose did that most people consider to be disrespectful? I don't know, but I don't see the fans turning on Ollie in the same way they did Jose and LVG and David Moyes, because he already is a club legend. The same as if that man there on that statue, Thierry Henry, took over and he had the same win ratio and problems that he had at Monaco, the Arsenal faithful wouldn't turn on him in the same way because they have that deep-rooted love for him. So I don't think that's going to happen. But equally, we'll ask that question again. Whether it goes, yeah, but that's because it went on too long. It went on too long. He should have gone 4 or 5 years early. Yeah. What I would say though is this: everything you're saying is great, but it doesn't get away from the fact that you have got to try and stop the best team in the Premier League this Sunday. And I want to ask you this question. I asked Ramon this: how are you going to stop Man United from beating you?
Listen, the Arsenal Football Club are not a joke team. We're not one of the clubs that you beat 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 in the past couple of months. You went to Spurs, and we all thought maybe Spurs could do a job. But we all know they're bottlers, so they were never going to get anything at Wembley. Listen, we're a different club here. Arsenal Football Club, all right, we've dropped a bit of form in the Europa League, but in the Premier League, we're only 2 points behind you since January. So we've been on, as much as you guys have been good since Ollie come over, since Ollie started, we've been about, if we
But you are ahead of us. Remember, you are ahead of us.
But in terms of the points gained, you're talking about obviously, Man United only started when Ollie took over. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the start of the season. We're talking about when Ollie took over, yeah? So don't start talking about us start of the season. You didn't even mention that. Let's talk about when Ollie started. When Ollie started, we were only 2 points behind you in terms of points gained, yeah? Well, since the start of 2019, since points gained, since we lost to Liverpool 5-1. So we're on a good run of form in the Premier League as well. We're not at the bottom, Cardiff losing every game. So we're gonna come with a mentality that, all right, we're all fighting for top 4, top 3, maybe even Chelsea, Spurs. When Chelsea came to Emirates, we fought for them and we outclassed them. And I think the same thing's going to happen tomorrow.
I think you've got to ignore the other night. You've got to ignore a completely different game. Completely different game. I think a lot of the other night was complacency in the team. There was too much complacency. I don't think he's going to make hopefully he doesn't make the same mistakes tactically that he made the other night. I think it'll be a completely different game.
Mustafi plays, then you'll have got problems in it. I want to get some predictions. Chris, what are we expecting on Sunday?
Well, I think it's going to be a close game, actually. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think, like Terry said earlier, we don't want to be complacent. Obviously, the Lord Mayor of London's coming into town, and every time he comes to London, he leaves with a win. So, I do predict United will win, but I don't think it'll be a big scoreline. I think it'll be a close game. Maybe a goal, maybe 2 goals in it. Yeah? Maybe 2 goals in it, yeah.
Claude, prediction?
I'm going to be optimistic, yeah, and I'm going to say we're going to get at least a draw tomorrow, at least. But I'm going to stick my neck out and say 2-1 Arsenal.
Terry.
Be sensible, man, please.
No, I'm gonna say 2-0 Man United. I'm gonna go 2-0 United. but a close game. But we'll nick the goals on the counter. Rashi to get one at least.
At least, Adam.
2-2.
Wait, so after all this talk, draw. Ramon, don't tell me you're going to say Man United is going to win. What do you mean? I'm just saying, all this talk, draw.
I already said that I think it's going to be a difficult game, and I said realistically it looks like we could lose. But at home, we are a different team. You guys are good. I won't deny.
We're a different team, so we get a draw. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not losing. 2-2.
Ramon.
Rashi to
listen.
Here we go.
To be fair, I couldn't care regardless what my United team plays, what my United team's on the pitch. I don't care about my team, innit? And I'm going in there confident. Laka's back, had a rest in the week, and I think we're going to win this. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not going to say we're going to batter you. I think it's going to be difficult possession-wise because it depends on what system Ollie kind of goes with. If he's going to go the same move that he did in the FA Cup or not. But for me, United's got this. 2-1. 2-1 to Arsenal.
Listen, beginning of the week, I wasn't as confident. I said, I think we're not going to lose. I think we get a draw. But after what we did in Paris, and I'm not talking about the way we played, but the fight and the determination we showed to get that result, coincided with Arsenal dropping points against Spurs and obviously losing at Rennes, I have to back the boys. There's nothing else but to back. You're not the boys. You're the opposition. The ops. You're the ops. You're the ops. You're the ops. I have to back the boys. 2-1. It's not going to be a easy game, of course. Arsenal are a decent side, but I think the most Arsenal will get probably a consolation goal later on. But I think we will comfortably win this game. Guys, let us know all your thoughts on the predictions of Arsenal versus Man United, and let us know your thoughts of the futures of the two managers at hand in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.
Come on, Arsenal.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Manchester United this Sunday, one of the biggest fixtures in the Premier League. Now I know things are a lot different in comparison to the Ferguson versus Wenger era, but there seems to be a little bit of spice to this game again, and it is a massive game. A couple of months ago you would have thought to yourselves, well, Manchester United are not going to be challenging for the top four. This is a kind of game that we should be able to win because Jose Mourinho is not really doing anything. But what have Manchester United done? They sacked Jose Mourinho, they brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and things have completely turned upside down. Now Manchester United are just ahead of us in the league, but we win this game, we go back above them into 4th place. And in terms of qualifying for the Champions League, this game is massive. We win this game, we will finish in the top 4. That's my opinion. We lose this game, we won't finish in the top 4. You look at Manchester United's form at present away from home. They have won their last 9 games in a row. And you look at our home form and we've won our last 8 games in a row. So something's got to give. Now, I see a lot of Manchester United fans getting ahead of themselves. I see a lot of Manchester United fans getting cocky. I see a lot of Manchester United fans thinking that this is going to be an easy game. Show some respect. Despite the fact of what our result was on Thursday, our home form means you should be respecting us. Out of a possible 45 points this season in the Premier League, we picked up 38. Only Manchester City have beaten us at the Emirates in the Premier League. We have the second best home record in the Premier League alongside Liverpool and only behind Manchester City. So, okay, you won in the FA Cup at the Emirates, but it doesn't mean that you come into this game with your arrogant, cocky self thinking that you're just going to walk all over us. Oh look, Emirates is a dance studio for Jesse Lingard. Show some respect, man. I can't wait till this game. And I'll tell you something, if we win this game, there's a lot of people out there that want to deactivate their social media accounts because I've been saving some stuff for a while. I can't wait for this game. Like I said, it feels like we've got that old spice again. We've got that old added ingredient that's been missing for a while. Maybe it's the fans, maybe it's the players. I don't know. You think of the game at the Emirates in the FA Cup, there were a few flashpoints in that game, few things kicked off. There just seems to be that added spice, like I've been saying. I can't wait for the game. Everything is all there to play for. Do the players need motivation? No, they should not need motivation for this game. They should go and look at what happened in the FA Cup. They should go and look at what the players have been saying. The fact that Jesse Lingard tags the Emirates as his dance floor on Instagram. Use that as your motivation to